in for the playoffs. Is this where the term professional comes in terms of how you approach the week of practice and the game on Sunday?
Yeah, just professional pride, all that stuff. Still season. We signed up for a 18-week season, 17 games, and we got one more left, regardless of circumstance moving forward. And still got a lot, our name and our family's name and all the stuff I mentioned before. So still a lot to play for. And, it's our last time together as a unit. This unit in particular. So it is what it is. You just got to finish as strong as possible.
On the back end of that, how important is it for you to put on the show for the fans? Your home finale. How much is important for you to really put on a good product for them as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, we owe it to them. They come and spend their hard-earned money to come and watch us, but that's the plan every week is to go out there and put on a show for them. We never intend to go out there and not light up the scoreboard or whatever it is on each side of the ball. So we obviously have a little bit more initiative. It's the last one. We know it's the last one, which is not the way you want to end your regular season ever. But like I said, it is what it is. That's where we are right now. So we just got to put as good of a product out there on film as we can and figure out the rest out.
What do you see from Nate since he became a starter as far as his growth goes?
I mean, there's been some things that I've seen consistent that were good, and then there's some things that weren't as great. And then I've seen him transform and turn into strengths. He's doing obviously a really good job of commanding the offense and staying poised. At no point have I really seen him too rattled. The game can be difficult, and it's not like it's easy all the time for him, but definitely seen his composure and his poise is one of the things that I've seen evolve. He was a little bit, not frantic, but you can see he was a rookie a little bit in the huddle before, and then that quickly changed as he got a little bit more confident and a little bit more experienced out there, and did a good job of just staying positive and keeping everybody's head up throughout the entirety of the game.
You've had a voice in this organization since you came here. What type of input do you expect to have in terms of what they do with the coaching staff after this season?
I mean, we'll have conversations, obviously, the same as what we did before, and we'll continue to try to figure out what's best for the team. And, I don't have any expectations, but we'll see what happens.
I think last week you said that AP made a lasting impression on you, starting back before he's even the coach when he spoke to the team. Aiden just said something really similar, that he made an impact on him when he spoke to the rookies. I know there's a lot that goes into coaching, but what makes him so good at connecting in that way and in the speeches and saying the right things to make an impact?
Well, just that experience, like I said before, a bunch of times having played, understanding where we come from, to be able to give a good assessment of the game, as far as our effort, whatever it is. Sometimes it's hard to really know if you don't, I can't go and see, I can't tell you how hard a dog is going, because I don't know what it feels like to be a dog and my version of being a dog, but not an actual dog. So it's hard to say, if that dog is not going hard enough. You don't know if that dog's tired or whatever the case is. So having played, you understand that part of it, and it just has a realistic approach and mindset of how the game is supposed to be played and what he expects from his players. And it's easy to get behind that.
Talking with every guy in the locker room, they were endorsing him. So how important is it just from, regardless of who gets the job, to have a resounding yes and just that energy shift that's
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously who I wanted. That's my vote, and I've been vocal about that, and that's basically how the whole locker room feels, and with good reason. I mean, he's come in and done a great job, and he's continued to win us over. It's not just the comfortable thing. I think having AP here will be be good for this organization. He kind of embodies what it means to be a Raider, and that mentality, that swag, and all the things that he endorses is the things that I believe in. So it's easy for a guy like me, especially having dealt with him a little bit this year now and gotten to know him and see his evolution, in front of the team, all those things, all the different fields of being a head coach. So definitely rooting for him.
Devonte, do you think, given that his defensive background as a defensive guy, that if he did get the opportunity to coach again the team next year, he'd grow a lot on the offensive side? And do you feel like you could be one of the voices that helps him in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it's been. That's been part of my role since I've been here. Even with Josh and Dave here running the thing, it's been a part of my responsibility to teach guys and help, with the trying to figure out ways to get me the ball or other people, whatever the case may be. So I would expect that would stay consistent, and that's something that I enjoy, having that type of impact or helping the team as much as I can.
Devonte, those of us that know you're a man of character, integrity, you're not a BSer, you're genuine. That's AP. For how much does that relate to players, and is that why you think he's got such command of that locker room, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody who's a straight shooter doesn't really, you don't like a BS, or you don't want anybody to get in there and blow smoke or whatever it is. You call it how it is, and you either like it that or love that, and love it or hate it. And for me, I want people that loves it. Tell me exactly what you think, exactly what you feel. Keep it real about the situation that we're in and all that. And that's, like you said, that's who he is. So it makes it easy to be to endorse that type of coach and that type of mindset when we all kind of carry that same type of mentality.
Not necessarily in Aiden, but just in the offense as a whole, what's the biggest improvement you've noticed from week 1 to now?
I would just say that the tenacity, the intention. Obviously, for the most part, guys want to go out and do the right thing, but just a little bit more intentional this year, a little bit more gritty, up front, a little nastier. Took care of a lot of the issues that people were expecting to be a problem for us. They went out and handled it and made sure that they weren't, or if they were before, the second time around, they were basically eliminated from the game. So having those type of, knowing that you got to take a guy away on defense or, whatever it is. And that's another piece, just our defense being as consistent as what they were this year. It's one of the best defenses that I've gotten to play with. So it's exciting when you can be carried by your D, and hopefully that won't be the case moving forward. But still excited to know that they can go and hold it down for us.
In terms of this Sunday's game, since you haven't played the Broncos since week 1, do you look at more recent tape on games that they played, or do you look more at week 1?
A little bit of everything. We have a long week, a lot of tape to watch. So I watch all the games, not every single game, but I pick a certain amount that I want to. And, sometimes it just goes off of who's on offense in certain ones, but definitely a peek back at the week 1. But a lot of things have changed with personnel, guys are playing and not playing. So gotta look at some recent stuff too.
Devonte, in your opinion, where has AP grown the most as a head coach?
It's just a lot of different nuances that you have to learn and get used to being a head coach. Just the way you have to lead a meeting, just the flow of being a head coach. A lot of things it's hard to even pinpoint exactly what to call it, but just the way he's commanded the team and conducted himself in front of the team as far as after wins, losses. It's not really a roller coaster. It's more often the intention. Are we flying around? Are we assignment sound, all those type of things, versus just coming down and riding roller coaster wins and losses, which is something that he can easily stress over, knowing that it's important for him to win, to keep a job. But he makes sure that he's got a certain level of security out there that you can feel. It's exciting to watch because obviously you see the things that he's done with his team, and it's exciting for me to know what's to come.
And Davante, any thoughts on 4 consecutive seasons over 1,000 yards?
You never know how to respond in a time like this. If we were in a better position as a team, it'd be more enjoyable. But obviously it's exciting to be able to. It's a good notch to be able to hit, but 1,000 yards is not really my mark for what I consider necessarily a good season. Obviously it's good because in everybody else's mind it means so much, but I also had 2 seasons of 997, and they acted like I didn't have 1,000 yards that year. So it's like, it is what it is.
What is the mark? What is the mark then?
I don't know what the mark is, honestly, but not 1,000. Not with 17 games, but it is what it is, and it's good to I'm happy to have been healthy enough to play 17 games. Going on 17 and letting the good Lord take care of everything else.
Obviously, every season has a different story, but just to have kind of a similar record to last season, does it feel different? There was a sense of growth, kind of like a copy and paste. How would you?
There was growth. It was definitely a different feel than it was from last year. Even earlier in the year, a lot of things changed. A bunch of quarterbacks, and we had some big changes. A lot of things, and we I'm proud of what this team was able to fight through. It seems like the Raiders are always fighting through some sort of something, whether it's a player and something's going on or coaching change or whatever. But, I'm proud of the way that these guys were able to rally, stay together, continue to play hard, get some meaningful wins, down the stretch. And it's not where we wanted to end up, but, you can't cry over spilling milk. You just got to go clean it up and